The autumn wind brings a pirate ship that frolics across the sea, that both common man and superfan ride upon with glee. It sets its sails on Sunday with a stool upon its mast, and that sounds the ring of the internet's king and a bristling black mustache. The autumn wind brings outlaws, misunderstood and feared, and blow for blow they'll vanquish foes while drinking down their tears. The world amazed, all singing praise with Casey Smith upon the stage. Dave and Dan, Dan and Dave.
Really? Ain't nobody care about Dan and Dave. It's prime time, baby.
Welcome to the Pro Football Show presented by Barstool Sports. We are back in Texas at Country Prime. We've got Deion, Dan, Dave. I'm Casey Smith, and before we get going, Deion, do we have to call you Coach Prime now? Congratulations,
Coach
by the
Prime.
way. Coach Prime?
Yeah, he calls me what he wants to call me. That's just who he is. But
No,
Coach
I
Prime-
asked,
Yeah,
I asked
he did
before the
say.
show. I said,
Yeah.
because I saw you demand it. And I said, congratulations. So you gotta call me Coach Prime. I was like, I'll call you whatever,
I did
Coach
not
Prime.
demand it.
I saw it. No, you did.
Demanded it.
I did not. I demanded it?
Yeah, you were like, you have to call me Coach Prime, right? I saw
Yes.
that. I
From
asked
now
Dan.
on, it's Coach Prime.
I asked him before he came.
It wasn't a demand.
As long as we'll call you Coach Prime, you call us head of recruiting, Dave and Dan, because we will be in the living room for you. You just tell us where to go.
Send in the
Let me
D&D
call
boys.
compliance to make sure I can do that, because you guys can recruit. And you got bank.
Do you want me to call you Coach Prime? I just need to know.
No.
Okay.
Call me what you want.
All right, okay. And then before we do get to the storylines of the week, I know that you really wanted your records from last week.
Yes,
so
I do.
we've got them here.
Why?
Brutal to ask for that this week.
Yeah, so I have to say, we said we were going to have them. So, Dave, last week, you went 10-0. You missed the
Good
New
job,
England
Dave.
pick.
10-1.
10-1, excuse me,
Good
10-1.
job.
Thank you.
How did he go 10-1 in there? What? How many games? They don't even add up. How many games
We
are
didn't
there?
pick all of them.
We did. I picked all of them.
No, we
There's
didn't pick
11
all
games.
of them.
We picked 11
According
games.
to this, and now I'm just going off
I
of the
was
producer's
14-2 from my statistics.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll write that down. So then Dan was also 10-1. He missed the Eagles.
How did that happen?
Oh, okay.
Deion, last week, if you recall, I don't know if we can do like a dream sequence. He's like, I'm the best at picks.
I dominated. I dominated. My
Because
picks.
You picked
My
the Ravens
picks.
to beat the Browns?
No, all my picks were on.
I know what I'm doing.
I was 14-2.
Well, you're 9-2. I don't know where you're coming up with the 14-2.
You guys are claiming that we didn't pick every game.
I didn't even
picked
put
every
this
game.
together.
I picked it. I don't know yet.
In outer space?
I'm the new guy here.
Why
How
did you
figure?
pick games we didn't?
On,
I'm the
on
new
your
guy.
on your picks section?
Yeah, on
you
my
did?
prime picks.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
See, now
yeah.
we're just jumping from rock to rock.
Games
That's
did we
what that
miss?
counts.
No,
I don't know what games y'all missed.
The game-
You know what you were last week.
10-1.
I was 14-2.
10-1.
It's more games though.
All right, fine. I was 13-1 on the big cat picks that I told my dog when I woke up on Sunday morning. That's pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, Stella can
You
vouch.
heard all of them.
Your number one pick was the Saints. That was your survivor pick, which, by
They
the
choked
way,
on me.
you're 0-2 now.
I ain't survived.
Which
I'm
you
not a
have
good survivor.
twice.
You
Yeah,
have
we'll
twice.
I'm not a good survivor.
We'll get to that.
Entire board
I'm a
to pick
conqueror. I
game.
don't have to
Well,
survive.
I don't want to conquer. And then you lost your bet game. And I'd say whenever you do a football show, you have one theme that starts to develop. The early theme here has been Drew Brees.
True.
And you've been dead
Drew
wrong.
Brees he let me down because he didn't have his top receiver a week ago.
So we're on
it let me
excuse
down.
train.
Yeah, we
It
are
let
going to
me
get to
down.
the Packers and the Saints in a
Football.
little bit, but
Yeah.
just save those takes for that. Let's get right into the storyline games of the week. So, Deion, you can talk shit to these guys next week when we keep the records. Let's start with the Rams and the Bills. Deion, I'll let you go first.
The Rams, the only shot that they have in this game, they're third in rushing. They're going to have to run the football. The Buffalo Bills, preseason, I said these guys would challenge your Pats for the division crown, and they are consistent. Statistically, defensively, they are balling out. I love what this team brings to the table. I'm going with Buffalo because the Rams, I believe they're truly untested.
Now, another theme. Last week when we sat here, he was sending me text and pictures of Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
This guy,
Yes.
Who was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week this week? You know?
Who was it? I don't
Josh
know.
Allen.
I've been busy this week.
Josh Allen.
I've been kind of busy this week. My bad.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Quick
What-
number for you: 727 passing yards, 6
He was
touchdowns.
he was
Who's
the
that?
You saying AFC?
Who's that?
Offensive
The
player.
offense of the whole league of
Yes.
AFC.
AFC.
Oh, it had to be because Dak would have been the player
AFC.
for everybody.
AFC was Josh Allen.
He deserved it.
So another
He
theme.
deserved
People I've been saying for 2 years, and people have kind of laughed at me. I've said he is my number 2 young quarterback. I like him more than Lamar Jackson. I go
You
Mahomes.
lost your mind. See, just when I started to ride with you, just when I started to believe in you, just when I started to we exchange numbers, and you do this.
It took me 3 weeks to get your number. He gets such a lack of respect.
Playing hard to get.
And I don't know why. All this guy does.
It's the draft losers. The guys who predicted that he would be a bust cannot get off their tape.
This guy can do it all.
He's just developing. And with Diggs, the acquisition of Diggs
Huge.
has really helped him tremendously.
Huge.
Yeah.
But
the kid can play.
He can run, he can throw, he's throw further. I love him, and I do like Buffalo in this game as
he's
well. And
Real tough.
Bills are very good. Bills are very good. He had a run last week, was amazing. Shook off like 6 guys. I agree with you. Bills, Patriots, AFC East, but beyond that, Bills, Patriots, AFC, the entire AFC. The winner, one of those teams will be in the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm taking the Bills as well. They actually I think they're going to get their linebackers back. They sat him out against Miami. I will, though.
I wouldn't blame him.
Hold on, though, Deion. You said the Rams are not tested. I actually think the Rams are impressive. I mean, they beat the Cowboys, kept the Cowboys, which should be a top offense, to 17 points. Went and beat the Eagles, which who knows what the Eagles are. That's fine.
Everywhere.
But this game is going to be tough for the Rams. But I do think the Rams, this is, you see it a lot of times, team goes to the Super Bowl, has the Super Bowl hangover, then they bounce back the year after.
And this is also one of those games when Deion used to be like on NFL Network where all the talking heads put the same logo up and then you're like, they're all wrong. So it makes me nervous. We all see this game the same way.
You could jump on the other side.
No, I'm a Bills guy. I if it wasn't Buffalo, who I love, and I love Josh Allen, I would. But
I mean, he did say Josh Allen was going to win an MVP in his career.
I love Josh Allen. I'm saying he's
It's
the
easy.
second best young quarterback in the league.
When he's going to have 14 years to do it, so we just going to sit around and wait 14
Yeah,
or 13 years?
we'll be-
I mean, yeah,
you
he's got the
disrespect
future
the
on
hell
him.
out of
You
him,
switch your
man.
number
I
every week.
like
but
Josh-
Well, that was
Josh Allen.
disrespectful.
I really like Josh Allen.
Well, you just said something disrespectful.
You're doing what I do with Lamar Jackson.
You don't love Lamar
You
Jackson.
don't
And
love
he has
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson has an MVP at the crib.
Okay.
He has it at the house.
He also has, you know what? They also have an equal amount of playoff victories.
That's a good point.
hurts.
That's a
That
good
really
point.
did.
Let's go to the next game, the Cowboys at the Seahawks. Now, the Cowboys won last week because the Falcons just absolutely melted down with that onside kick. And
Yes.
yeah, go ahead, Dave.
No, you were right. I thought you were going to say something else. Go ahead.
what would you think I was
going to
gonna
say? That game, and Dan and I had Cowboys money line. It was so weird because I keep going back, and besides the onside kick, they really didn't do anything wrong. It's crazy.
The Falcons, the stat
Who
that was
didn't do
thrown-
anything wrong?
The Falcons.
The Falcons.
There's the
Didn't
meltdown
do
with the
anything.
onside kick.
See, that means you guys aren't Falcon aficionados. Like if you were, you wouldn't have known it was coming.
But
They
was
just
coming.
were the Falcons.
It's coming.
But versus
Right.
the Patriots, 28-3, they made a lot of stupid decisions.
Patriots always get in this conversation for some kind of reason.
Well, it's a good example, the 28-3 game. But I rewatch. What would you have done differently besides recover the onside
Right,
kick?
the stat that got thrown around that shows you that it was just pure Falcons is that since 1933, when they started tracking turnovers, teams that score 39 points with 0 turnovers are 440-0. And the Falcons did that on Sunday.
The Falcons are.
So that's it.
But I knew it was coming. I was sitting in the crib with Warren Sapp, Jamie Dukes. We was just like,
Name drop.
how are they going to do it? How are they going to do it?
Right.
was good. I can't wait till you see the
Name
the
drop.
message that
Yeah.
Sapp gave you guys.
Yeah.
We got to play that on the TV so you guys can see it. We know they were going to do it, and they did what we knew they were going to do.
But to Dave's point, they didn't, it wasn't some huge interception or mistake.
There's no
It was
interception.
just-
It's not like, why are you throwing the ball?
Their
with
defense
this?
stinks.
But they did it like they managed the game properly, if that makes any sense. I think
They gave
there were
up.
2 onside kicks since they've changed this rule.
yeah,
But
Dak threw for 450 yards, but they did good.
but they were up by so much, so they're playing prevent. Garbage stats.
And
really.
to go back to what you said, actually, week 1, Dan Quinn on the hot seat, that onside kick.
that seat.
That onside kick. Do you ever in your life see a Bill Belichick coach team, a John Harbaugh
No.
coach team,
No.
a Pete Carroll coach team?
No.
They don't make that mistake. They
Never.
don't sit there and say, well, we're just going to wait for the ball to come to us. They know the rules. Andy Reid, they know the rules.
But you know
they
what?
would get on
know.
it. The details are
That was
important.
on the coach. I put that on the idiots that was on the field. I don't put that on the
I don't
coach.
put it on any of them.
They didn't even try, though.
I don't put that on the coach.
I don't
I
put
put
it
it
on
on
any
the
of
coach.
them.
I put it on
Because
the
the
kids.
coach, those are the tiny little details that the best coaches in the league teach their players, that coach their
So you
players,
didn't know what was
situation. They didn't know that they
As
were
a
allowed
player,
to touch it.
You didn't know what was coming.
I disagree with I think it was a once-in-a-lifetime onside kick. I
But
don't think it
still.
looked like it was going 10, so
Still.
you're not going to sprint up and touch
It's
it,
like they
make
were
it
scared
live.
of it.
But you knew it was going to happen.
All
to
anyone
him.
had
It
to
was
do
a
was jump
perfect-
on it.
But the way it was spinning, it didn't look like it was going
But
10.
you knew it was going to happen to Atlanta. You knew
Well, yeah,
what was
Atlanta's
happening.
losers.
And you allow a quarterback to throw for 450 and come back.
But it was garbage.
And they had Dallas had 4 turnovers in the first quarter? Like, it's crazy to let them come back.
Russell
in that game.
Wilson. Dallas, first of all, let me digress.
That was out
Dallas
of the
defense
clock.
is
Oh,
25th. What's the
Terrible.
difference between them this year and last year?
Well, they got a couple injuries.
Yeah, but you blame Jason Garrett for everything last year, okay?
Right.
So what's the difference?
Couple
the
injuries
defense
to
was
start.
actually better. The
Yeah.
offense is the same.
Yeah.
It's the same old song.
No, I agree. I think Jason Garrett was a situation where you have a coach for so long and you do the same thing over and over. Not that he's a terrible coach, it's just you can't have the same result over and over.
True.
The defense, so banged up. The Seattle defense isn't good either. The Seattle defense is name only. I mean, Jamal Adams is obviously a stud, but other than that, they can't pressure the quarterback. This game is going to have like 100
Who you
points.
picking?
I'm taking the Seahawks, but I wanted to read a quote to you real quick.
Read a quote,
For
Dan.
anyone who
Please
is
read it.
thinking
Please
about
read it.
betting maybe the over.
Philosophical.
Mike McCarthy said, "We want to score as fast as we can and as many times as we can."
I like that.
They're going to
That's
run
points.
up tempo
Who
all
doesn't?
game.
Who doesn't?
That's a great goal.
Well,
It's a great goal.
if you know your defense stinks and you know you don't want to have Russell Wilson to have the ball, maybe you don't.
I'll tell you who doesn't. Rob Diacchio, who used to coach.
Bob
Bob
Diacchio.
Diacchio, old Connecticut coach. He does not believe in scoring quickly or a lot.
If you have a bad defense, I'm putting my Coach Prime hat on. When you want to, if you know you could score,
Control the
when
ball.
you want to take your time and
That's
score,
what I'm saying. That's why I was a little shocked that he said
when
that.
you want to, keep
Right.
your defense off the field.
Right.
I'm going with Seattle because of Russell, last name Wilson, and they're in Seattle. Even though there's
Great crowd.
virtually no fans, there's no
Zero.
crowd.
Well, let me tell you what they're
The
doing
crowd
there.
stole a name.
Let me tell you what they're doing in Seattle.
Stole it from me.
They're cheating with the crowd noise. I watched that Patriot Seahawks game very closely since I'm basically in the team. That stadium was significantly louder.
Basically, you are.
You are.
That was significantly louder than any other stadium. They are cheating with the crowd noise. I like Seattle here, but it wouldn't shock me because everyone's going to be on Seattle, but I'm going to stick with them.
This game.
You always cover yourself at the end.
Well, no,
No, I think-
no.
You
This
always did.
game.
You just did it the first
But
game. and you
I
did
won't
this
take
game.
credit. I'm not going to be like, I said maybe. I don't just make up imaginary games that weren't picked on the show and be like, hey, you didn't put this one in the show. We didn't pick it.
With these
Look
two
at both of those
quarterbacks
records.
and these two defenses, this game, if you don't think this game, it's going to be like 7:15 p.m. on the East Coast, and you're going to be watching, and there's going to come down to a crazy last play, and people are going to be like, how the hell did that happen? Written all over this game. Back and forth, last team with the ball game.
All right.
So
Before we-
like Cowboys with the points?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
take the Cowboys with the points, but since we do
Yeah.
prime
Straight up.
picks where it's
Straight
like
up.
And now we got to
made-up
be
world,
very on top of it.
right,
Because, right.
made up
'cause I'm
world
Coach
where we
Prime
just
now.
pick the
Coach
favorites.
Prime.
I picked
Yeah.
Alabama versus, I don't know, Joe Blow State. I get credit for that win. That's what it is.
I'm taking the Globetrotters versus the Generals.
Yeah.
It just never stops with you guys. Before we get to the next games, we're going to go out to PFT Commenter, who has some special prop bets on the Barstool Sportsbook app.
PFT's props for tonight are back. Tonight's Sunday Night Football game, it's the Saints and it is the Packers playing against each other. We're bringing back the nice spot. We're running it back. It hit in the first quarter of last week's Sunday Night Football game. The nice spot, if you're not familiar, is the 31-yard line, aka the 69-yard line. That is the place where all the balls get snapped from. We're talking 69-yard line this week. It hits out big time. This is basically free money, as close as we can get to giving you free money. So take that bet. It is virtually a lock. Prop number 2 this week is the Drew Hill bet. Cisco, Thong Song. We ain't making love no more. Will Taysom Hill complete a longer pass than Drew Brees? I say yes. Drew Brees' corpse can't get the ball more than 20 yards downfield. Taysom Hill comes in, all he does is soaks and throws that deep ball. Our third bet this week is going to be my favorite. The inaugural Jameis Winston hat trick bet is hitting the books this Sunday night. Will all quarterbacks in this game, I'm talking Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love if he gets in, Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, all of them combined, will there be 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 fumble? That's the Jameis Winston hat trick. I believe that with Jameis' presence on the sideline, it will happen this week. Take the Jameis Winston hat trick, root for chaos, root for craziness, and most of all, root to make some money.
Thanks so much, PFT. And guys, you were in Philly last week for the first live weekend of the Sportsbook app. What were the prop bets like? And what are we doing with this weekend?
The Hansen.
So we did the Hansen, which nobody has ever done before, even though people say they do the total points in the entire day on Sunday. And this doesn't usually break this way. Everyone took the over. It was the most points on a Sunday, the 6th most points in the last 14 years. So easy winner. Dan's got a great one. I love who came up with the Saints one?
The PFT PFT's prop of will Taysom Hill throw a longer pass than Drew Brees on Sunday night. Yes.
Because Drew Brees can't throw the ball more than 7 yards.
He can't throw the ball, Deion.
Something's wrong with you guys.
He cannot. I'm taking the Saints in this game.
When do you submit?
I would not submit. So they're 1-1. Okay, they lost. It wasn't a blowout. They lost.
The Raiders' defense is terrible.
No, the Raiders played well.
Well,
the Raiders'
really
defense
played
is terrible.
well.
I saw that
They
coming.
played well.
Yeah.
They
That's
really
why
did.
we got the Yahoos and the.
You got the Raiders in the Super
Tried to
Bowl
tell you.
now.
While we're talking about Sunday Night Football, let's talk about the Packers and the Saints. You've been saying Drew Brees doesn't look old.
No, he doesn't.
You're sticking by that.
He's missing his number one receiver.
You had him week one.
and
are
they should have. They should have.
Chicken and the egg guy.
They
If the
should
quarterback
have changed it to Emmanuel Sanders. He should have been the number one target. They should have figured out ways to get him the ball, and they didn't. They looked lethargic. They looked pathetic. Defensively, they didn't look good at all.
Defense, no pressure. That was surprising to me. But you are you have your guys. Drew Brees is a guy.
He's a winner. Odell can't ball without the quarterback.
See, that's what I'm getting at. See what I did? I mousetrapped him there.
Yeah, you did.
If you like the wide receiver, it's the
I
quarterback's
actually had
fault.
mousetraps as a kid.
If you
didn't have them though. We had rats, man.
New
We had
York
rats.
City? You don't know New York City has rats?
You didn't live in New York City.
I
where
do
the
now.
rats
I got
are.
rats now. I got them now.
We actually have them
We do
in
have
our
them.
office.
Yeah, we have a lot of rats in our
we
office.
actually.
Big ones,
Yeah, oh
though?
yeah.
Dude, I'm scared of rats.
Oh, they're all
I'm
over
really
the
scared.
place.
My mama was a Gito. She used to go clean the rat trap like it wasn't nothing. I wasn't touching it.
The rats in New York City have balls too. Like
Especially
they'll just
now.
walk right up on your desk.
Yeah.
They're like people. But good change of the subject. If you like the wide receiver, you blame it on the quarterback. If you like the quarterback, you blame it on not having wide receivers. It's the beautiful spot to be.
beautiful.
You always got an
It's
excuse.
the truth. It's the truth.
Well, it's a chicken and the
How
egg.
can Odell be Odell without Baker Mayfield? How? It's not possible.
Well, then what Drew? But you can't say Drew Brees. He has other guys. Brady, throughout his career, was doing it without
Brady's Brady, man. When Brady's one there.
Okay.
We say Drew Brees. We say Brady.
Yeah, I mean,
Two
I
different
love
people.
Brady,
Two
but
different people.
So, Dan, what do you think about this?
I'm actually taking the Saints in this game. As much as I think Drew Brees is done, I think it's a perfect spot because everyone in the world is seeing the same thing we're seeing. They're
Hungry
saying the
dog runs
Saints are
faster.
absolutely toast. The Packers are 2-0. They've played the Vikings and the Lions, who might be two of the worst teams in the NFL.
So you're not buying into the Aaron Rodgers even more?
No,
hype
I mean
right
Aaron
now?
Rodgers is on a fuck you tour, but I really do.
I like that.
The
I
Saints,
really like
he
that.
is.
Because of
He
Jordan
is.
Love.
He's going to be. It's. I actually have talked myself into the Packers. Unfortunately, as much as I hate them, being geniuses for drafting Jordan Love, not so that he could play quarterback, just so he can piss off Aaron Rodgers, so Aaron Rodgers would be good this year.
It makes sense.
Aaron
But I'll
Rodgers was
take-
good last year. He only
No,
threw,
he wasn't.
He threw 4 picks
That
last year.
team was such a fraud
He
last
had
year.
20-something
13
touchdowns,
and 3 frauds.
13-3, 20-something touchdowns, 4 picks, and he had a bad year.
Listen, you only throw 4 picks when you throw the ball every single time you have a little bit of pressure. Whatever.
4 picks. The man
He
balled.
didn't take risks last year.
I'm taking Green Bay. I'm a little hesitant because
Oh, wow.
Devontae Adams. I
Well,
really
'cause
am.
they're underdogs,
No,
that's why you're
no, I'm
hesitant.
hesitant because he need his dog. He need his number one receiver. If he's hobbling and limping against those 2 really good corners, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to take Green Bay, but I'm going to put a question mark by it because if Devontae Adams do not play, I'm jumping
It's
off
a
the ship.
TBD.
I'm jumping off the
It's a
ship.
TBD?
I'm jumping off the ship.
So what you just accused me of creating a little parachute, a little escape
No,
hatch.
that's true. I gave you a fact for my parachute, though.
All right, so you're switching picks if he doesn't play. Oh, see,
You guys will be able to update it on
Nice
Sunday.
out.
You'll be able to
Yeah,
update it.
yeah, nice out.
Little action next to it.
All right,
If he don't play-
but if he doesn't play, you're switching picks.
I'm switching picks.
All right, fine.
Genius.
I usually would be all over the Saints here with the hungry dog runs faster, which generally works.
A hungry dog does not run fast.
No,
a
it
hungry
does.
dog is hungry.
No.
So all the dogs at the dog tracks around the country run fast because they don't feed them?
Yeah, actually.
Well, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
Kind of.
Don't say
What,
that.
they run on fast turf?
What?
Do they run on fast dirt?
Yeah,
I won't say dog. If you have a boxer who's broke no money versus a guy who's living in a mansion, which guy you taking?
Yeah.
If they're equal.
Plus
It
Buster
depends on
Douglas, Mike
if
Tyson.
that guy still wants to live in that mansion.
Well, he's already got the mansion.
yeah.
He's already got the Rocky Balboa, Rocky 2.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, what about him?
Buster Douglas.
and he got beat down his next fight.
Because
Yeah,
you're
he
right,
was-
because Buster Douglas was hungrier.
Well, I think Mike
Both
Tyson
literally and
Mike Tyson
going
had all
through some
sorts
stuff.
of issues. And speaking of going through stuff, I've mentioned it. Not only Drew Brees old, I think he had one of the toughest mental off seasons. He was getting ragdolled by societal issues. He didn't know where to go. He's apologizing. He goes from one side swinging in the breeze. I think that takes a toll on you. I think he's done. I think so.
Drew Brees is done?
That's what I said.
Drew Brees is done?
You're acting like this
Hashtag
guy's
truth.
25 years old.
It has nothing to do with age when you
Well, you'd still be playing if it had nothing to do with
no,
age.
age in my position, yeah.
He's
Because
43, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
41.
but you
He's 41.
Tom Brady is what?
You just what
43.
did you just
Yeah.
say to me?
But
what did you just say
they
to
get
me of Tom
smarter
Brady?
with time. They like wine. You can't say wine
You
gets
just,
better with
you
time, but a
just said
man
Tom
don't.
Brady and Drew. You couldn't
Wine
compare
gets better
him.
with time, but a man doesn't.
But you just said Tom Brady. You couldn't compare him to Breeze. They're different guys.
They are different guys.
So then don't say
But you-
Tom Brady when I'm talking about Breeze.
You're right about that. Drew Brees gets
mark
better
that one
with
down.
time.
Mark that one
Because
down.
I'll admit when I'm wrong. You
that
guys
down.
won't. That's
Oh,
the
I'm
difference.
just rarely wrong. You've been wrong over these
trying to
3
think if
weeks.
I've been wrong
These
yet.
3 weeks, you've had a lot of wrong moments. I'm taking the Packers because I actually think, we're waiting for the Saints. We're waiting for the Saints. I don't think they're coming. The Saints. I almost did a cliche, but I don't want to do it. The Saints aren't marching home. That's like what they would say on a network
Chris
show. So
Berman,
I
yeah.
won't.
That's what I
Correct.
said.
Credit to you.
I'm going to take the Packers here, but more so as an indictment on the Saints.
All right, let's go to the Monday Night Football game. Kansas City at Baltimore.
Ooh, I can't wait
Dan,
to see
I'm
what
going to
you
let
guys
you
do
start
with
with this
Great
one.
Can't wait to see what
we
you
just
Patrick
went with-
Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we just went with hungry dogs run faster. I agree with that sentiment. Baltimore has something to prove because they did lose in the first round or divisional round of the playoffs last year, whereas the Chiefs have the Super Bowl. I just think this game means more to them. I'm taking the Ravens.
I like that. You know the Ravens have played Cleveland and Houston. That doesn't mean nothing to you, right? Like, only teams they beat is Cleveland.
But the Chiefs have played
And
Houston and LA.
I'm just, yeah, better team.
Oh, yeah, no,
Better
we
team.
don't know yet how good or bad they. I mean, I think
Kansas
they're
City's
good.
offense and defense is ninth. They playing against the number one defense in the Ravens. That's good. I'm going with the team that won the Super Bowl
Okay.
until they lose a game. I
Okay.
would never pick against the team who just won the Super Bowl and they hadn't lost yet. Why would we pick somebody different and they hadn't shown us that they would lose? And they came back in great fashion a week ago.
I'll
Yeah,
give you.
it's the Chargers.
They came back in great fashion.
They did.
And they won in
They
overtime.
won.
In what?
It wasn't the Chiefs weren't in great fashion in that comeback. They won, but it wasn't great fashion.
Yeah, but
It was a little shiesty.
Well,
a lot of people have written them
Mahomes-
off.
Wait, are you talking about last week or the
Yeah.
Super Bowl?
No, last week.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't great fashion.
Oh, what was it?
That was an ugly,
just a
ugly
comeback.
game.
Just
Then
a comeback.
a better team
Backup
wins,
quarterback on the other
but it
team.
wasn't.
That backup quarterback
Hey,
should be the starting quarterback.
And Anthony
Probably.
Lynn, this is actually what I wanted to ask you last week. Anthony Lynn punting back to
Idiotic.
Patrick Mahomes.
Idiotic.
If you're sitting there and you're in that locker room, are you like, Coach, you don't want us to win?
That defense had played pretty darn sound.
But I don't care.
No,
it's
the
the
second
core. It's
half,
Patrick
But
Mahomes.
yeah, but still, you sooner or later the defense got to stand up.
You
If you
don't
want to
get- they
win,
did all
you got to
game.
stand up. You just said you got a rookie at quarterback.
Oh,
Right.
and you
That-
should be able to get 1 yard.
That settles it, Coach Prime. We're going to need a
Yep.
earpiece to us
Yep.
when you're coaching
Yep.
at Jackson. Because if you're going to punt there, then I'm going to run you out of town.
We're gonna teach you about man football. Man
football.
football.
You said you got no boosters. I will be your first booster.
Yes.
All right.
I
there
really
you
want
go.
you to be my
So
first
That's a
there we
good
go.
booster.
It's documented.
Yeah,
He's my first
I
booster.
will be the first
Yeah.
booster at
You know,
Jackson State,
I
but
got
I
a
will
funny
run
feeling
your ass out of
that
town if you punt in
you're
that situation.
a booster, it's gonna come with stipulations. Because if you're a booster, you're gonna have to call at least 4 plays. I know it's gonna be a
There's
contract.
going to be a lot of
It's
shit.
gonna-
Yes.
You ain't punting on fourth and short.
Yes.
Probably.
I may not want to take him.
You wouldn't punt in that situation as a coach.
In high school, I don't punt. I
Yes,
don't punt unless I
okay,
absolutely
so
have to.
you're right,
In high
right.
school, I don't punt unless
Right.
I
So then why we
absolutely
punting
have to.
that?
Right. It's crazy to punt there. Get 1 yard. If
I
you
was gonna
can't
say
get 1
something
yard,
that
you don't
coulda got me
deserve
in
to win the game.
trouble, but I stopped thinking about that. I really don't punt. Is it? Yeah.
I'm going to
You got
go
a
with
black punter. I didn't, it's a,
Reggie
it's a-
Roby.
it's a situation.
Reggie Roby.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
in that
King.
situation. I don't want to punt right there in this
King,
situation.
King said he played for free. Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore. Here's the answer. By the way, the Chiefs, and I said this on Visor, Chiefs did start slow last year. And they really didn't pick it up till the playoffs got hot. And they actually didn't have to play the 2 best teams in the AFC. They got lucky. Listen, it's still a Super Bowl, but they didn't play Baltimore. They didn't play New England. I say this to the Chiefs fans. You've never beaten us in the playoffs. You never will. I think Baltimore comes out with a chip on his shoulder, and they win this game fairly easy, double
2
digits.
against 1. I like that. I'm
All right.
comfortable with that.
If you guys were going to start a franchise right now, who would you rather have, Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?
Patrick
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
no doubt.
Lamar.
What?
You know that was coming.
I knew,
I know that was coming.
Just wanted to make sure.
One guy
Mahomes,
has a Super
Josh
Bowl
Allen.
and an MVP.
Yeah, one guy has an MVP
And one guy
almost a Super Bowl.
But Patrick Mahomes has a Super Bowl and an MVP.
Almost a Super Bowl.
Almost a Super Bowl.
So you mean to
They
tell?
lost their
So you
first-
mean to
they've
tell
never
me?
won a playoff
Just
game.
tell me this. Tell me this.
Playoffs?
Tell me, if you gave Patrick Mahomes the personnel that Lamar Jackson has, would Patrick Mahomes still be Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
Now, if you give, oh, guys, stop it.
Well, they built the team
Stop it.
around Lamar Jackson. They built
Stop
the
it.
team around
Very good
Patrick
time. I
Mahomes.
think
Give
the
him
Ravens-
those
That's
receivers.
the identity of the team.
Give Lamar
Ravens
those
have a very
receivers.
good team.
Give Lamar those receivers.
You know
Give
what?
him those receivers and let's see.
He wouldn't even know what was happening.
Oh, my fault.
He'd leave the pocket.
He
sometimes.
led the
Can
league
we-
in touchdown
can-
passes
can
last
we-
year, but he can't throw.
No, listen. I said he can't. But when the things get rough and tough in playoffs, and
They
you're
get
going
rough
against the Belichicks
every
of the
game.
world in physical, he what happened?
Didn't
They
they
made
beat
him
the
throw.
Belichick? Didn't they beat the Belichick?
Are we talking regular season?
No, they beat the Belichick last year, right?
No,
They didn't.
no. We lost to Tennessee.
No, I remember him and Tom Brady shaking hands.
Oh,
last
regular
year.
season?
Yes, they beat him.
But who had
Let
the
me
most
tell you
touchdowns the
something,
year
Coach
before?
Prime. Let me
Patrick
tell you
Mahomes.
something, Coach Prime. Where I come from, New England country, we don't care about the regular season. We only care about rings. You don't win a ring, it's done.
It's Brady, Belichick, Portnoy.
Regular season has
He's got
a lot to
6.
do with your seating.
Let me
plumber
This
has
year it's
six.
actually very important.
The plumber.
Actually,
It
that's a
is
good
very
point, Deion, because this game will be so crucial now there's only one bye.
You
This
know?
game is a huge, huge game.
I have one more last point on this for
Give it
the
to me.
Deion dumb moments, dumbisms. Please put the Ravens, Lamar Jackson almost won a Super Bowl on that, please.
Uh-huh.
The guy has never won a
He
playoff
was,
game. They're one and
Lamar
done.
Jackson
12 quarters away.
beat
And they got
New
killed. It wasn't
England
like close.
last year. He beat New England last year.
I don't know what we're talking about. What week? Like week 4? I don't
just
even
said
know
that-
what week.
I just said that to hurt you.
I know
I
that.
know
Regular
it
season
hurts.
losses do not hurt
I
me.
know it bothers you though.
I got so many rings I can barely stand up. Regular. So we're talking week 4.
That is
Guy hasn't won a playoff game. He almost won the Super Bowl. They got killed.
those were the
My
facts.
bad. He only accounted for 500 yards in that playoff game. That,
Again,
single-handedly.
this is one of those arguments that's going to continue for the
What-
rest of
what?
the season.
He did. His
Can-
st-
the
his
rest of
stats
the season.
are
It's-
unbelievable.
They were down
You can ask the
14 in
camera.
like
This
2
is
His stats
this
were
is not.
unbelievable.
But when you're down 1,000,000,
He
you're
wasn't
prevent
down a
defense.
million.
It
He
was
was
like
down
was
what,
it 20
14?
right away?
No, but he brought him back. He did
Not
what every
really.
quarterback would.
Not
I'm gonna
really.
watch that game again.
His stats were
That-
unbelievable.
honestly, I feel like sometimes
Somebody
we're
give
living
me
in a
those
bizarre
stats from
world.
that
We
playoff
are.
game,
Yeah.
please.
Dan, can you
I know.
rewatch that game and let us know exactly
Yeah,
what
I'm
happened?
gonna watch that game again.
We'll
Okay.
watch
Won a
it
Super
together.
Bowl.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, we'll go back to it next week.
Love it.
Let's go into everybody's
Looking
favorite
forward to
segment.
it.
You guys get to go against each other. Hashtag truth. We're going to have some new truths this week. And last week, I think we started with Dan. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll
Dan?
go again.
Okay.
I think this is the week, and I might be really stupid because I'm probably going to keep saying this every week, but I do think we're going to get good Carson Wentz this week. I think he's going to figure it out. As bad as he has been, and he has been bad, I think this is going to be the week where Carson Wentz goes back to almost an MVP the year they won the Super Bowl before he got hurt.
So he's going to stay that way or an illusion because it's the Bengals?
Thank you.
Don't know yet.
Okay. keep
But
it.
he's going to be
TBD.
great this
TBD.
week. He's
I
going
almost
to be
think,
great this week.
I almost think it's worse if he has a great game and then
Yeah.
takes a step because then he's just a guy who picks on the little guy.
What do you think about this whole backwards hat thing?
I think, having a backwards hat, I actually have no problem with
Yeah,
backwards
I'd
hat.
have no problem either.
But it's also very funny because Coward's just playing the hits. Like,
Yeah.
people getting mad about it is hilarious. You play the hits. You go to a concert, you want to hear the hits.
Dave?
I mean,
your
I
truth?
stick with my originals, which have been dead on so far, which is Cam Newton is an MVP candidate. What do you think of his
I like that.
He's playing spectacularly.
I like it.
So I'm very happy with that, and I think the Patriots defense will improve as the season. Deion, what do you think of the play call at the 1 with the Pats?
The thing about it, you can't win right there because if you don't allow Cam to take it, you get criticized.
Right.
I love the play
You
call.
get criticized like, what? You got a 240-pound
Yep,
quarterback.
and it
What?
worked 3 times prior.
You remember Carolina got criticized for that a couple years ago. Remember they didn't give the ball to Cam?
Yep.
Last year they didn't give the ball to Cam. They got eaten alive for that.
Had to do it.
I like the play call the right one. And then, I mean, we already talked about it. It was just going to be, my truth is that we're kicking the shit out of Deion in our predictions so far.
That
I was 14.
early.
I was
That
14
is
too
true.
last week.
Wow.
My truth is, this is the week. If New England don't win this game, it's going to be a tough game. They're going to play tough against
The Raiders.
Oh, they're going to kill the Raiders.
But let me tell you something. This is the week that Buffalo establishes themselves as the leaders of that division. If Buffalo win this game against the Rams, they're going to have so much confidence inside that division that it could catapult them
So
throughout
are you
the rest
saying
of the season.
Buffalo win and a Patriot loss? What if they both
Yeah,
win?
if they both win, it's a big game for them. Playing against the Rams is a big moment for them. Stopping Aaron Donald, those 2 darn corners they got. I'm telling you, they will have a lot of confidence if they take this game.
I have one more truth. I saw his name. I think Justin Herbert stinks.
Ooh.
Really?
I don't think he'll be I think he's a career backup when it's all said and done.
Wow.
Wow. They just thought good luck last week?
How did you just come to that conclusion?
Well, I saw his name. I've always felt that way. Just I don't think.
What
think,
is it?
I don't think he's
played
overly
really
accurate. He didn't play terrible. I don't think
played
he's
good.
overly accurate.
He played well, but we watched that entire game, and the entire time we're like, there's going to be a pick here coming.
First of all,
there's going to be an interception coming, and he did it.
The guy didn't. You think he really thought he was going to start? Like he really said, "Hey."
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
I actually think that helps him.
So
He didn't know.
right now, it don't help because it's a package, it's a script, and when you script with your starting quarterback, you script plays that he's comfortable
Yeah,
with.
but the defense
script
is
something with
also
Justin Herbert.
preparing for a certain guy.
And if you do your job as a backup, you're ready to go.
Shout
Isn't
out to
the whole
that
thing?
doctor, by the way. Why
Yeah.
can't
I
a
mean,
doctor
it's
puncture your lungs?
Pulp
I
Fiction.
would be
He
very
got fired.
happy.
Yeah, it's
He
Pulp
did
Fiction.
get fired.
I'm pretty sure he got fired.
If you puncture a lung, it's probably
There's got to be a
deserved
heck
it.
of a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Just missed a little bit.
Just a little off.
Yeah,
It's like
Before
playing Operation, that old game.
I mean, you just
That
can't
was
do
a
that.
good game.
It was.
Operation is a classic.
Yeah.
Rock and
Very
Sock
good
and Robots though is the
Also very
epitome.
good. Hungry Hippo, also strong.
Before we move on, Deion, you said earlier in the season that Dan Quinn will be fired midseason and Baker Mayfield will get benched. Obviously, Dan Quinn is still on the hot
If
seat. What
he
do you think of
loses-
Baker?
Baker played really well.
Hey!
He played really well for Baker. Let me address this. Let me
There's a
address
caveat
this. Do
there.
you know, I don't know if you guys know this, do you know that he had his people call Barstools to complain that I was harsh on him?
No, I didn't know.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
did.
either.
Let me tell you
Really?
something. You can't do that.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he
Yes,
didn't.
yes, he did.
Really?
Baker's my guy. No chance.
Yes, chance.
No chance.
I cried to you before I lied to you.
No chance.
I will cry to you before I lie
Well,
to
I'm
you.
trying
His
then.
people called us
No.
and said yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
True story.
I will stand by Baker.
If we're on that, I mean, let's be honest. You had the commission on, and you told me I couldn't go after him. Everyone's
True.
like, "Why are you laying over?"
Because
It's
you're
like,
a good guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
asked me,
I
and I said
appreciate it.
yes.
I appreciate that.
So that's
I
the
really
answer
do.
to that. Why I was just like, "Yeah,
Yeah, you played team ball.
Yes, team
you
ball.
played team ball.
All right. And you were part of the Sunday conversation. That's what we're going to go to right now
yeah.
with Caleb Presley. You
I
want to
was?
give it? Yeah. Any spoiler alerts
No,
right now?
I
or-
didn't see it.
You haven't seen it
I
yet?
hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He's unbelievable.
Caleb?
There was-
Oh, he's incredible.
The ice cream
And
eater.
Glenny.
What's the ice cream eater?
Glenny
Glenny.
Balls.
Let me tell you, this was hilarious, man.
Glenny Balls.
Roll the tape.
Glenny Balls?
Glenny
Glenny.
Balls.
His
Glenny.
last name is Balls.
No,
Balls.
that's his nickname.
Okay.
But we just call him Balls.
Yeah, he got
He
him.
looks like a Balls.
He got him.
Let's roll the tape for Sunday conversation.
Deion Sanders. Ever heard of him?
No, I would prefer Prime. It's two different entities.
Do you have the it factor?
I am it.
Do you have the X factor?
I got two X's.
Are there any factors you don't have?
No.
Top athletes of all time. 1, Bo Jackson. 2, Michael Jordan. Who's 3?
I think Ali is 1.
I said who's 3.
My nephew. He's 3 right now, I think. That tie is unbelievably long.
Who's your nephew?
My sister's son.
And how did you meet her?
Out the womb. Did you just sneak one out?
No.
'Cause I just keep.
This is such a common misconception amongst people my size, Deion. Jesus. It's not always us, man.
Yes or no, Deion Sanders blows up public toilets?
No, I'm not a public dumper. I'm a holder. I'm a home dumper. I'm a sophisticated dumper. I'm a squat dumper. I don't make contact if I'm in public with the seats.
And that's you.
Yeah, I love the delayed shoot, the delayed gun, because it didn't fire right when you landed. It fired shortly thereafter.
You aim before you fire. And that's true, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Speaking of fire, you have at least 15 to 20 minute shot clock after you get finished with that, right?
What are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Is it true that you played in the Super Bowl and the World Series in the same day?
No, not in the same day.
So that was a rumor.
That's a vicious.
Does it make you mad when you hear rumors about yourself?
Not really. Some rumors are really good.
Why is baseball so boring?
Because they allow you to walk on and off the field. And they put something in the game called a walk. How would you want entertainment and they play something in the game called a walk? What color underwear are you wearing?
I don't know.
I just pray to God they're not white.
No,
Back to what you were saying.
Deion, do you think he farted?
I think he queefed.
Oh.
We can forgive him?
Yes.
If he farted, let's move past it.
Let's go.
It's fake news.
Baseball seems like one of these sports where they're slapping butts too much.
I agree.
You ever had your butt slapped by someone you didn't want to slap it?
Yep.
And what do?
You just keep it moving.
One time someone slapped my butt and it surprised me.
How so?
Didn't know it was coming.
Did you tighten it up or you just had a giddy up in your step after you made contact?
Just blacked out for 2 or 3 seconds. Is it true that you ruined baseball?
No, it's not true.
I heard that.
From who?
Tim McCarver.
That may be true.
He said Deion Sanders ruined baseball. Is that another rumor or is that one true?
That's a rumor. When you see Tim again, because I'm pretty sure you're going to see him because it sounds like you have a relationship, can you put some baby powder in your hand and slap him?
I will.
Please do.
I mean, that was phenomenal.
That
That was absolutely phenomenal.
He is awesome.
The battle of the wits.
Then he talks.
Yes.
Battle of the wits.
He is unbelievable.
We got to get him back in the room with T.O. Imagine
Yes.
round 2 with T.O.
It was bad.
Oh,
I don't even T.O. would remember him, but it'd be very funny.
I want to see him in the room with Warren Sapp.
oh, that
I
would
mean,
be
you can make
set
that
it up.
happen. You can
He'll
make
come
that happen.
I
interview
can make that happen.
He'll come
Set it up.
interview him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what do you think about Glennie and his ice cream eating skills?
He switched hands like unbelievable. He's like a point guard coming down the court. His crossover is unbelievable.
Shout out Glennie Balls. All right, let's go on to the Ain't Nobody Care Game of the Week, sponsored by Pepsi. This football season, prepare your taste buds with the most iconic sports watching drink of all time, Pepsi, with refreshing deliciousness, specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness. Pepsi has everything you need to power you through game day. Pepsi, made for football watching. Dan, take it away.
All right, so Deion, Colts, Jets.
That's a garbage game.
It's a garbage game,
I don't
right?
even know who plays for either team.
There's a garbage game, Phil Rivers, Sam Darnold, but guess what? There's still fans that love it. There's still fans that care about it. There's still fans that are going to watch every second of it. I think there's 7,500 fans that are actually going to be there in Indianapolis. But we have a super fan for the Jets and a super fan for the Colts. They care. You should care.
My name is Michael Hobson, alias Superfan Coach, coming to you live and direct from the Blue Crew and the Shoe Baby.
People are confused out there. Being a Jets fan is the best. I love being a Jets fan.
You already know the Jets are coming to town. Deion, we're gonna be loud, we're gonna be proud, we're gonna rock the house.
There's nothing like a journey.
We want to hold that thing, hold that trophy in hand.
A long, rugged, intense, often difficult journey filled with almosts, 82, 98, 10, 11.
Deion, check us out.
Journey. I'm obsessed with the journey. I like the process of winning more than the end result of winning. I like the process of winning the Lombardi
more than holding up the Lombardi.
Yeah, baby.
I love that Colts fan. So some facts about him. He has 8 cats.
8 cats.
Oh,
8
shit.
cats.
A man with 8 cats.
And he said he has a crazy sense of humor and he loves festivals, fairs, and parks. I don't know if
Can't
that's
go to any
he
of
has
those
a crazy
things right
sense of
now.
humor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think he
can't
makes people laugh. Like I laughed watching him there.
What is a festival? How do you love a festival?
Like a
It's
music
festival and
festival?
fair guy.
Music, yeah. What
And
did
he
we
probably
do?
wears his Colts jersey everywhere.
What was King
King
Richard's
Richard's,
Fair?
yep.
That's like the old medieval.
Yes.
We once did that. We went to like a medieval fair that they do, and we got like, I don't know really how to describe it quickly, but they had fake cops because it's a fake world, but they threatened to really arrest us.
Can I see you for a moment, please? I killed too many people, and I almost got arrested in real life for killing everyone in the fair.
You guys could find trouble anywhere you
Yes.
go.
For all I know, if we actually got, we'd still be there. It was like a world that didn't really exist, but they're putting us in a real jail. It's
And
quite confusing.
they're like, we're gonna arrest you in fake world and real world for fake assault.
Right. It's like, but you're not a real cop, right?
Right. And I'm not fake. I'm not really killing people.
Right.
But the rules in this world, I think, are real. Whatever. It's quite confusing. Gary Vee, I actually don't disagree totally. With so many, the journey when you finally get there is fun, and the Jets stink. My bigger thing with all these segments, the guys who dress up, I respect the hell of them because that's so depressing to dress up for nothing.
You can't go anywhere.
For the video, and then you just take your clothes off.
Right. He's dressing up for his 8 cats.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
But
he's
you
doing.
got kids.
No, I
they
think-
gotta have kids.
Oh, I disagree, Dave. I think that dressing up for nothing, like just putting on your uniform, like getting those
Yeah, but it's not
juices
a game-
flowing.
it's not
but
game day yet.
it doesn't
All right,
matter. They
fine.
get pumped up. That's what they live for.
Dion, did Gary Vee make you care about this game?
No, not a bit. These teams are horrible.
Do you guys want to make a pick on this game, or you don't care?
This is gonna be my survivor pick.
You know what? We care about the picks because I gotta find ways to beat these guys.
Yep.
So what are you going to take?
So you're gonna take?
I'm going to take the Colts.
Whoa, shocker.
Upset city there,
Damn, Dion.
What do you want me to do?
Don't hurt yourself
You want
out
me
on
to
that
just-
branch.
What do you want me to just?
On that
You
limb.
think I'm going to pick anything concerning a New York team? Period.
Well, I'm gonna pick the Giants in a minute. So
Please do.
There's
Yeah,
Please.
I
Spoiler
will.
alert.
There's
Please,
a
I will.
part of
Spoiler.
me that really wants to make an early statement
No,
here because
not
I
with the
think
Jets.
the
Don't
Jets
do
going
it.
to win
I
this
did
game.
it. No,
Shoot,
don't. I
do it.
bet
I'll-
the Jets last week. Don't do
They
it.
played the Niners. They're a
Adam,
hell of a
all right,
lot
do you want me
better.
to help you? Adam Gase did say that he's about to take the offense into hyperdrive.
Adam Gase is going to get fired soon.
He said that?
Yeah.
Hyperdrive. Who says that in a press
Hyperdrive.
conference? Those are
Adam
things
Gase.
that you would not hear
Think,
Coach Prime
Dave.
say.
Think about how bad the Jets have been. They've just been in drive.
Haven't been
Hyperdrive.
in hyperdrive yet.
Who thinks of that stuff?
I
Adam Gase.
hate
Someone had to
No,
think of
don't
that.
do it.
It's crazy eyes.
Do it. Do it. Hyperdrive.
the only thing I'm thinking is him chirping, oh, you're the Colts and you're the Jets, but I think Hyperdrive can get the job done here.
Get it done.
Hyperdrive, Dave.
Get it done.
Like gear
I'm gonna
one.
take the Jets.
Okay.
Taking the Jets.
hyperdrive.
I think they can win this game.
Jets.
I think
Hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive and Jets.
The hyperdrive
By the way,
Jets.
this is an 11-point dog corner. If I get this right, it's basically a wrap.
No, this is straight up.
curtain.
No, I know.
Yeah, this
I
is
know,
straight
but
up.
it's a huge underdog.
It's straight up. The Jets.
See.
This is the Jets.
Semantics battle.
No, I know.
Sam Darnold said hi.
I like Sam Darnold.
You really do.
I don't.
I do.
Why?
I just think he's on a horrible team. I like him as a guy and I like him as a quarterback. Maybe more as a
I
guy
like
than
all
a
of them as a
quarterback.
guy. I like all of them as
You
a
ever play with
guy.
anybody who got mono during the season?
No.
Kissing too many girls at
I never heard of that.
I'm gonna. All right.
The hyperdrive Jets.
You don't want it.
Do it, Dave.
You don't
I'm
want
taking the Jets.
You go gear one,
Okay.
gear two,
Hyperdrive
gear
is a
three,
whole different story.
gear four, gear
Spaceballs.
five. Hyperdrive.
It's supersonic. What is ludicrous speed?
You can't
Yeah.
stop hyperdrive. That's the
all
thing.
right, you sold me. I'm going Jets. I
Hyperdrive.
thought they have a chance. By the way, from a gambler perspective, 11 points is a joke. I'm
Yes.
taking the Jets.
By the way, this is also going to be my survivor pick, Colts.
Again, spoiler. All right, let's pick some more games that we can keep track of. Let's go to the rapid fire games presented by Rocket Mortgage. Adjust your monthly payment, down payment, and closing costs in real time. When you need a personalized home loan playbook, Rocket can, the official mortgage provider of the NFL. So guys in the truck, make sure you're keeping track of these. There are
Please do.
no errors next
Always
week.
discrepancy.
No errors. Let's go. Let's start with Las Vegas at New England. Dion.
I'm going with Cam. Whoa, Cam. I love Las Vegas though. They're playing good ball, but I'm going with New England at home.
You love Las Vegas because they played well last week. You were against them the week before.
True.
So things change. I love the Patriots. They'll win this game.
Yeah, they're going to win this game and cover the spread. So
I don't know
taking
about
the
that. I'm not
Patriots.
convinced
No,
on that,
I think
but-
they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to.
Did you see
Sports.
Belichick with the sweatshirt?
Yeah, the sweatshirt. dude.
That's
Yeah.
a
Yeah, but it's
that's a
kinda-
cover the
it's
spread
trendy.
sweatshirt.
That's not true. That's a guy.
At
That's
least
a guy who
he doesn't
hasn't
think it's
seen
trendy,
daylight
but-
since the final whistle last week.
Yeah,
He's
but
been
like-
chewing on it like Frank the Tank all week.
Yeah.
Let's go to San Fran at the Giants. Dave.
I heard.
I gotta spread it out so you guys don't.
you're
Yeah,
good.
you know.
I heard Dan say that he liked the Giants. I don't know how. I think they're one of the worst teams in the league. San Francisco, obviously, injury bug. But I'm going to take the Niners. I think the Giants suck.
Dan?
Taking the Giants. This is the Niners don't want to be there again. Second week in a row. I think they spent the week in West Virginia. I think their flight broke down. Garoppolo's not going to play. Kittle's not going to play. Bosa's out for the year. They're starting 2 running backs are out for the year. This is a game that the 49ers are going to try to just survive by doing the bare minimum. That means the Giants will get their first win of the season.
I don't care if their mamas are out for the year. I'm picking San Francisco.
Love it.
The Giants are horrible.
Love it.
Agree with that.
Love it.
All right,
There's a lot of injuries, though.
Ton of injuries.
Yeah, I mentioned a lot of guys there.
Jesus.
You almost had me.
Yeah.
Me too.
You would have said 2 more guys.
Thomas out.
It's too late.
Richard Sherman out.
If you'd have said
There's
2 more guys. You'd have said 2 more guys.
I was very
about to
confident. I was starting to waver at where you were going.
I was jumping right along with you. You almost had me. Is the coach out?
Yeah.
Let's go to the Washington football team versus the Cleveland Browns. Dan.
I'll go with my guy Baker, Cleveland.
Who's mad at Deion?
He got
apparently.
10 days. I like Washington football team's defense. Chase Young is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's phenomenal. But I do not think that Dwayne Haskins is the guy. He seems lost. Their offense is putrid. And I think Baker is going to build off his confidence from the Bengals game. Like I said, 10 days off. So I got the Browns.
Deion?
I'm taking the Browns. I like Baker. I don't love him when he has to do his job, but I do like him against Washington.
Yeah, the Browns are a classic beat up on weak team and then get your ass whooped by good teams. And I think Washington, if they had not beat what may turn out to be one of the worst teams in the league, Philly, in week 1, this spread would be almost double that. But there's a little what's going on with the Washington Football Club. I'm going to take Cleveland here.
All right, speaking of Philly, let's go Bengals at Eagles. Deion.
I'm going with Philadelphia. 0-2, they got to win this game. They got to win this thing, or all hell's going to break loose in Philadelphia, which I like.
Yeah, if you can't beat the Bengals, who can you beat? The answer would be nobody.
Oh.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I think they're very, very bad too. But the Bengals suck. But this game's a coin flip to me. I'll take the home team Eagles. But this is a coin flip. Like if we show up and the Bengals beat them, I wouldn't be surprised.
And you're a Philly resident now.
Yeah, and this is the Eagles' season. If the Eagles lose this game, it's all coming apart very, very quickly.
One of the fastest declines from a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Eagles here.
All right, let's go Bears at Falcons. Dave.
We take the Falcons bouncing back here.
That was
More
a
an indictment.
pause.
As we talk about this
Mitch.
league, I don't know if it's in my head, but I just think everyone sucks. and
You say that word with so much
But
passion.
the Bears have beaten what? The Giants, and who they beat?
The Lions.
The Lions. So who they haven't beaten dick. I'll take Atlanta just based on that and to bounce back. And if they like Dan Quinn, they got to fight for his job.
They have to fight for his job. Julio Jones is questionable.
Oh, no.
He is questionable.
Don't tell me that.
I'm taking the Bears. I have to take the Bears. And this is, if the Bears can somehow find a way to win this game, I think looking at the schedule coming up, we could be talking about 5-1, 6-2, halfway through the
because
season.
they just play trash, you mean?
Well, they have a couple easier games coming up, and they also, I actually looked the other night. I think they have the Colts next and the Bucs on a short week.
Bucs don't suck.
Yeah, the Bucs don't suck, but I also think if you get the Bucs early on when Brady hasn't figured out the offense, I'm going to take the Bears no matter what.
Atlanta defense is horrible. Chicago's offense is very average. Dan Quinn has to win or he's going to get fired directly after this game. Julio will find a way to play. He is the one who saved Dan Quinn's job last year. He spoke up for him.
True.
This is it. Atlanta's going to bounce back because after what just happened to them in Dallas last week, they got their butts chewed out. So they're going to be focused and they're going to win this game.
All right, let's go to the Texans at the Steelers. Dan.
I love the Steelers. I love their defense. Big Ben, he's never going to be all the way back. He's old, coming off a big injury, but he still can make some of the throws. So, and all they needed last year was an average quarterback to be in the playoffs, and they didn't have that. Now they do. So I'm taking the Steelers. Even though the Texans have played two good teams, I don't think the Texans are good. I think DeAndre Hopkins, that's going to go down as one of the dumbest trades Bill O'Brien made, and everyone needs to be reminded of it every single week.
And you're a big Deshaun Watson guy still, right?
I agree 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I am a big Deshaun Watson guy, but sometimes you got to fight for your players. And that will go down in history as the dumbest trade ever. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Dave?
A lot of these games are similar to me. I think the underdogs here could be the dogs could be barking this week, but when we just are picking to win, I can't just go on a limb because then Deion's going to chirp. So I will take Pittsburgh and be safe here. I'll take Pittsburgh, but if I was betting the game, I would take Houston.
Well, you're not a safe guy. Just do what your heart wants.
Don't try
to
to trick
do.
me. Don't try high-level mental games with me. I took Pittsburgh.
I was about to say.
Bill O'Brien did say this week that he's
More
going to take
quotes.
the offense. They're going to hit the NOS button, so they're going to be hitting that for the offense.
I already did my hyperspeed game, Dan.
Just the look on your face, I knew you had something else to say. Let's go to Tennessee at Minnesota. Deion.
This game scares me to life. It really does, because there's no way Minnesota's just that bad. I know they gave away everything in the offseason, and my dear friend Mike Zimmer is I haven't talked to him since the season started because you can't call it when he loses, and they hadn't won. Tennessee, though, he is not going to let Derrick Henry run for 150 yards. And the only time Tennessee has a really good shot, I'm telling you, is when this guy runs the ball. It's going to be tough. I do not trust Minnesota, but I'm scared of this game. I'm going to pick Tennessee. But this game scares me. This game scares me.
Deion. Ryan Tannehill, starting from last year halfway through the season to the first 2 games this year, is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Now, you can say that's not true, but I'm talking about stats. He is playing phenomenal. He's picking up exactly where he left off. The Titans are going to kill the Vikings.
I love Tannehill.
Dave?
Yeah. Hungry dog runs faster. Simple. Vikings. Simple, easy.
I want to ride with you so bad right now.
Do it.
I want to.
Do it.
I
Go
want
against me.
Vikings
I want to
easy.
so bad.
Oh, Tennessee beat the Jags.
Take
Jags
a dog
suck.
once, Deion, in your life.
I want to
You haven't
so
taken
bad.
a single dog.
I've never been one for peer. I've never been one for peer pressure.
Be your own man.
I am.
Don't just
I've
follow me
never
because I'm
been
the
one
leader
for
here.
peer
Mike
pressure.
Zimmer called me last week and said Deion has been bashing his team.
I've never been one for peer pressure, but I would love to flip on this.
So do it.
So what's the final decision here?
I'm going with Tennessee. I'm staying with Tennessee.
Okay.
I knew you didn't have it in you.
When Minnesota wins,
I
he'll
knew
try
you
to count
didn't
that as
have
like
it
a
in
half
you.
victory.
There will definitely
Mike
be.
Zimmer's
He'll
his
bring it
guy.
back up.
And I
Yeah.
wanted to flip.
We'll just mark that one down too. Let's go Panthers at Chargers. Dave.
Love Carolina here. Chargers coming off what I would say is a devastating loss. I don't like the kid Herbert. Carolina, I do like Teddy Bridgewater. They haven't won yet. They actually fell behind quickly to Tampa Bay and played them pretty even for most of the game.
What the cancellation prize for that is?
But
we played good.
Well, I'm making points here. So, long story short, I'm taking Carolina. So you take Herbert and the Chargers, and we'll talk tomorrow.
You know what? I'm taking Herbert and Chargers.
I know you are.
I'm taking Herbert.
I know what you're going to do before you do it.
I'm going to take the Chargers as well.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
There we go.
Do you think when Tyrod Taylor eventually gets cleared, I don't know how long you're out for a puncture lung, is he
Anthony
coming?
Lynn
Is he
said
going
he
to start?
was.
Is he going to start?
Anthony Lynn said he's still the starter.
Yeah, that's not true. That's the right thing to say.
Okay.
That's the right thing to say.
All right. If you're saying that Anthony Lynn's doing that to do right by Tyrod Taylor,
he's trying to just do right. He's trying to say right, sound right.
I can live with that.
Say right, sound right.
I can live with that.
It wasn't his fault that his doctor stinks.
Yep.
Can't lose a job to injury, even though you can.
He got to wait. He has to wait a lawsuit. Like, do I make more if I just sue him and leave, or do I come back and play? Do I make more? That he's got to wait that.
All right, let's go to Detroit at Arizona. Dan.
Give me the Cardinals. I'm buying the Cardinals. I'm buying Kyler Murray. And the Lions, your friend Dave, Matt Patricia, that seat is getting warm. They've lost 11 straight.
Nelly is saying it.
11 straight.
It's
and
getting hot in here.
4 straight where they've had a double-digit lead.
I like Patricia.
4 games in a row where they've had a double-digit lead.
I
like him as a man.
Yeah, right. And he was Patriots coordinator, so he became friendly. So, but listen, it is one of those situations. I keep saying the dogs. The way I study this board, the way the NFL works, it seems too easy. Of course, the 2-0 Cardinals. The Cardinals. We're talking about the Cardinals. Of course, they're going to blow out Detroit, who's 0-2 and look like crap. I don't know. I'm going to take Arizona. When things 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. I'm going to take the Lions.
Yeah, okay.
1 + 1 doesn't always.
Build-up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
I
was-
know.
it
My
was.
brain sometimes it jumps.
I know it jumps.
Yeah,
I
1
know
+
it
1
jumps.
doesn't always equal 2 in this league. I'm going to take Detroit.
1 + 1 = 2 everywhere I check.
Well, no, that's
Let
not
me
true.
see.
That didn't equal that with the Saints last week.
Like Arizona. I hadn't liked Detroit since I came out in '89. Taking Arizona
All right.
because of their defense, man.
What about
Their
89?
defense. I could have got drafted 3rd pick overall.
And you refused? You didn't tell you will
No, I
not.
play
Smart
baseball.
move.
I'll play
Smart
baseball.
move.
Do you think Kyler Murray made the right decision playing football over baseball?
No.
Really?
Not in the long run.
Because your body, you mean?
But he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he is fun to watch, but the longevity part of it, it catches up.
All right, let's go to the final game of the week. Tampa Bay at Denver. Denver without Drew Lock, but Dan, your guy, Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles is there. I don't think he's starting, obviously. I'm going to take Denver. Denver early in the season. I'm taking Denver.
With who's the quarterback?
The kid
Jeff
from
Driscoll.
Florida.
Jeff Driscoll.
He actually played very well.
Yes. Here's why.
I thought I just heard Blake Bortles' name.
He's back.
They signed him. Yeah, they signed him.
Oh, we got to get him in. They got to get him in.
I mean, they have to get him in.
We're big Blake Bortles guys, so don't even think about
The
it.
boat. He's the boat,
Don't even think about
How
it.
can you fix your mouth to say something about Lamar Jackson and you guys are Blake Bortles guys?
Now you did it, Dion.
Yeah.
You guys are Blake Bortles guys.
Now you did it.
This is like a very personal friend of
He's
ours. Very personal.
I wouldn't. Friends got to be honest with friends.
Yeah, and he's the best of all time.
Have you guys ever said, hey, Blake, hey, your game, you might want to, for us to really have a great friendship, because there's areas we can't talk about around you.
What do you mean?
Like
What's wrong
football.
with his game?
Blake Bortles?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. He can ball.
I don't get what you're saying.
I think you're being sarcastic.
Are you being
No,
sarcastic?
he's really good. He took that
I don't like
team
your tone.
to places that
I don't
they've
like
never
your
went.
tone. They went to the AFC Championship game. All right, I'm taking the Broncos because Mile High in September, tough place to play, probably hot. And Dave, does Tom Brady do well in Denver?
Tom Brady does well everywhere.
Thank you, Dion.
But what would you say the hardest place that Tom Brady has had to play in his career?
Baltimore.
If you had to pick a
Miami.
place,
That's good.
you're
You're
going to
right.
say that?
You're right.
You're going to say that?
Yeah.
The Baltimore,
Really?
the same
Yes.
place.
You're not gonna
I
say
talked about
Denver?
earlier
Nope.
in the show.
I'm going to say
Wow,
Baltimore.
but you know the answer is Denver.
No, I think it's Baltimore.
Okay.
I didn't think this game was going to be a problem. I underestimated the air.
Are you serious right now? Did you just say you underestimated the fucking air?
Yeah.
The air is different. That's what it's
Didn't
like.
account for the air.
I knew
That
it.
head swivel.
2015.
That head
AFC
swivel.
Championship
The air is
game.
different.
Grass is always something.
didn't account for
taking
the air.
Bucs. Tom Brady wins this game. The Bucs are just far superior.
You know
to
how much it
Broncos.
hates me to be on the same page with
You
this
picked every
wonderful
favorite.
great
No
game.
one, we see this.
I don't know about
Go
favorite.
back and
I
pick
don't
one
know-
underdog.
I don't look
Pick
at the
one
stuff to the
underdog.
right.
Go back.
Okay, guys, honestly, I don't look at all the stuff to the right. 48. I don't even know what this stuff. Honestly, I don't know what that means.
These are the game
I really don't.
lines,
What is
yeah.
that? What is that old show,
48.
Love Connection?
What is 48?
Actually, I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up. Dion, to Dion's credit, he did take the Chiefs.
What is the
Okay,
total
so
of
the
48?
Chiefs are your underdog of the week.
Honestly, God is my witness. Explain to me, what is total 48? What does that
Total
mean?
points scored in the game, over or under.
Okay, when it says -5 plus 5,
It's
what does that
basically
mean?
the Patriots start ahead 5.5 to nothing. Is
They
how
have
you
to
look
win
at
by
it from
five-
a-
five-
You
or they
basically
win by
imagine
six.
the score is 5.5
so if the
nothing.
number's on this side, it's the Patriots, but if it's on that side, that means it's San Francisco.
No, minus. So that means
Minus,
the Patriots are favored. If
Right.
it said plus, it would
Dion,
be their
if
underdog.
the Giants, if the 49ers beat the Giants 13-10, I'd win my bet because I have the Giants plus
See,
4.
this is new to me. I don't know about this stuff. So when I look right here, I don't know what that stuff means. I think it was the last time they played score. I don't know what that means. What I'm thinking, I just look at Tampa Bay versus Denver at Denver. I look at that, where the home field, and I say Tom Brady. Who's the quarterback in Denver? I don't know. I do know Tom Brady.
And Jeff
So I'm
Driscoll,
going with Tampa Bay.
That's a pretty
how I
good
think about it.
philosophy.
It is.
In that
Think about
case,
it.
what is the show? Is Love Connection when you have the partners and you turn and show your answer? Like,
Yeah.
is that what that is?
Yeah.
The newlywed game?
Newlywed.
The newlywed
We
game.
could do the newlywed pick section with Dion.
Yeah.
Just have all his picks
What is
before.
Dion
Who would he
like?
pick? And I bet we could go
Yeah.
12 for 12.
Alabama
I know
versus
your
Western
picks before
Kentucky.
you do.
Alabama.
I was on one of those shows. You do bump your mate on the leg and let him know it. No, not that one.
Yeah,
You were
cheat.
on Love
you
Connection?
cheat a little bit.
No, it was one of
Newlywed
those
game.
shows. It was a simulation to the Newlywed, and there is cheating that goes on. Then
Wow.
Okay, well that's
just
that,
ruined
I
everything
feel like
for
that's
me.
what's
Probably
the
why
quiz
they've been
show.
divorced.
Found out
twice.
Santa Claus isn't real.
Is the famous
Santa Claus. My mama never played that game. Santa Claus is real. She wanted her credit. And I want mine too.
It is
You're playing the newlywed game
I
for
never play with my kids like that. Tooth Fairy. Baby, my daughter caught me putting the money up on the pillow. She said, Daddy, you want the money or not? All right? Guess what? I'm the fairy. You ain't get my credit.
that was like what's that movie? Quiz show that they were cheating? It's
Yes.
like
Yes, quiz show.
He blew the lid off on
Yep.
Newlywed
You
Game.
do.
So you
Even
think
though he's
that
never been on it.
you were divorced twice because of the newlywed game?
No, because of the cheating.
Call it
Oh,
as
there
it
it
is.
is.
Call it
Call it as it is.
Wasn't me.
Very gorgeous fiance. As we saw that whole
Yeah.
press conference, it was great. It was great. The only thing you missed, you need like someone said was like coming to America, like the rose petals as you walk in.
It was funny.
It was great.
I did not
fantastic.
plan it. I just got out in it. It was great though. It was great.
LeBron James loved it.
Yeah,
you know,
LeBron loved
Dave has beef with LeBron. You know that?
I hate him.
You got beef with everybody.
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't.
I hate LeBron.
Can I
too,
bring it
so.
back together?
If LeBron, listen. If LeBron says, "Hey, I like Barstool," I'll love him. If you here's
You
the
want
thing.
him to say, "I like Barstool."
If you like me, I'll like you back twice as hard.
Okay. So he has to say he like Barstools or he like you.
If he says I'm a fan of Barstool Sports, those guys are funny, lifetime fan.
Kevin Durant did do that.
You sure?
Positive.
That's a deal.
Yes.
All right.
No
Mark
chance
that
you
one
can say
down.
it.
Mark that one down.
Dion hasn't.
It has to be said in a
Google
public forum.
Barstool Sports.
He can't text it right now.
No, it's gonna be.
He can't text it right now and I read it.
It has to be publicly.
It's got to be press
Well,
conference.
if he texts it to you, can Dave tweet it?
It has to be public.
But it'll be public if you tweet it.
Yeah, but then he doesn't know that it's
Yeah.
public. He has to know
that's
it's public.
true.
He has to
Okay,
do.
okay.
We need
He has to
his
do
public
the
support.
Okay.
the press
I got this.
conference.
All right.
I'm working on
taking
that.
my talents to South Beach, and I like Barstool.
You know what? We're one thing at a time. We got the commission on, so we're taking one
Well,
thing
he
at a
didn't
time.
say like me.
If he did, would you change your mind on him?
The commission, I really have a deep down hatred for
Okay.
him, but it could be fixed by certain things.
I
If he
think
said he
I'm
liked
the
you, yeah?
fixer.
Like LeBron is not LeBron has never acknowledged my existence or even know I exist. The commission just, I mean, he's had me
I
arrested.
think you
Yes.
undershoot yourself.
With LeBron?
I think he knows you exist.
Probably.
Well, that you can
No,
text.
no, dude, this is a machine. How can he not
No,
know
he
you
knows.
guys
He knows.
exist?
Yes, Steve. If
Dave,
you
of course.
Google LeBron James and Barstool Sports, you don't think he's seen any of those headlines? LeBron is the Antichrist.
I did
LeBron is
say
the
that.
worst
Yeah.
human being
I
that's ever
said
been
that.
created.
I said that.
Well, you might want to give me some history before.
I told you, Google
I
it.
gotta put myself on the
Google it
list.
and then see
I
if
want to give you
LeBron
some
says something.
history before I put
I'll
myself on the
fill you
list.
in.
Please,
I will fill you in. I'll give you the
LeBron
bullet
is a
points.
communist sympathizer.
Yeah,
LeBron, yeah, there's a
Before
lot.
I go
There's
get
a lot.
naked
There
out
was-
there in
there
the
was-
public, you might want to tell me
There were
what you
some
said.
shirtless videos with him making fun of Taco Tuesday pretty recently.
There's
so.
a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dork.
Do some
He's not a
research.
dork.
LeBron's.
He's in the top 4 to 5 of the greatest basketball players.
Okay, he's better than me at basketball. I can acknowledge that.
And me.
We never debate that he's very good at basketball.
He's very good. And Dave, before we move on, you did go with Tampa Bay, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Tom
All
Brady.
right. Dave has Tom Brady. So mark these down. We're going to get to the primetime pick of the week. I know you better just go ahead and kind of battle up right now because they're going to give you a lot of hell. So while you're preparing for that, let's go to the Fantasy Football Factory Minute with the guys on the podcast.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to the Fantasy Football Factory Fantasy Minute of the Week. Now, with my stardom of the week,
Roan, you look awful. Are you okay?
yeah, I just feel like I might get sicky, and so should you. Nick, who's your stud of the week?
You know, like a Nintendo monkey meeting a baby cow, DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, great stud of the week. Now, Nick, your spud of the week.
Oh, Roan, I'm glad you asked. I got a hankering for scallop potatoes.
Yummy, I call them potatoes au gratin, but more importantly, I'm wondering who has you feeling all rotten this
Good
week?
question, Roan. It's got to be Dwayne Haskins.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looked awful back there. I think I'd rather have Alex Smith.
I'd rather have Anna Nicole Smith back there.
Speaking of giant gold diggers, we have San Francisco versus New York this week. Do you like anybody in that game?
No, Nick Bosa, injured ACL, Solomon Thomas, ACL, I don't like him.
After this week, nobody's safe. ACL to Thomas, ACL Bosa,
ACL Barkley,
ACL me,
ACL you.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
but all these injuries has us wondering who are we going to get on the waiver wire? Let's waiver wire.
You want a waiver wire right now?
Yeah, let's waiver wire.
All right, I thought season 1 was fantastic television, but season 2, I didn't really care about the Doc plot line.
Yeah, the Marlowe thing kind of lost me a little bit, but I always love McNulty. If we're going to waiver wire, that's what I think.
A fantastic, complex character, beautiful arc, start to finish.
And sleeper of the week, Myles Gaskin. Back to you guys.
All right, let's go to the primetime pick of the week. Deion, do you want to go first
No, I
or
wanna go
last?
last,
You want to go
'cause I'm
last?
horrible.
Okay.
I'll go first because
Okay,
I'm 2
so,
and 0.
Wait, is this still the Survivor
Yes,
pool?
it's Survivor, so I'm the only
you
one
had
who's
one
alive.
except no, we last week we said you would get one mulligan.
Okay,
so
one
Deion's
moment.
out.
So Deion's out, dead twice. I'll take the Colts. That's an easy one. If you're following along for your Survivor, I'm going to go the entire season giving you picks that will win, never repeating.
You're
Colts.
scarred by the Jets. You're blinded by your Jet rage from
Well,
last
I bet
week.
on them last week.
Exactly, that's what I'm
It was
saying.
very
Did
stupid.
you
They're-
make up the Adam Gase quote?
What?
Did you make that up?
No.
Okay.
He said hyperdrive.
Okay.
He also said whoever who's got a pulse, he's going to put in the game.
I like that too.
Okay,
I'd
all
rather
right.
live guys than dead guys.
He
I'm
won't
gonna,
Facts.
I'm gonna take the Browns.
Okay.
Don't think there's any way they lose at home too.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Good pick.
I got to win.
Good
Yeah, you
pick.
definitely have to
gotta
win. You guys, that's it? No chirping or anything about his picks? We're past that?
I was 14-2 last week on my picks.
Listen, we have a lot of different picks this week. Pretty much Dave and I do. Deion has all the favorites.
I think I got some difference. I took some shots. I went downfield this week.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take shots.
The Giants will be a big game. The Colts, the
How
Jets
is
will
the Giants
be
a big game?
Because I have it different than the two of you. Just like Dave has it
okay.
different than us. So
Are
there'll be some fun things going on.
Are we going to keep track of records week to week, or do you want the
We
overall
should.
season
We should
records?
We should go with records week to week and then
Week to week, okay.
put them together. And when I win at the end, I
Okay.
should be presented with a big prize. Or something.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I mean, you're using picks that we didn't even do, so I mean, it's tough to.
I'll give you a
keep
prize.
We'll make sure
But
all of the
we
picks
have-
are on there.
We have track.
Okay.
And we also should. Wow,
We
we're getting
keep
too
track.
complicated, but you should get like 2
all
points
my
for an
picks
underdog.
are public on Prime Picks. All my stuff is public.
Well, then
All yours is public
Yeah.
too, right?
Oh, believe me, Deion. We pick. I literally spend half of my life picking games.
Right.
And I'm terrible.
So we can. I'm not. So
well,
we could find
you're
out.
worse
who-
on this show.
Well, we'll keep
I was
track.
14-2 a week ago.
All right.
Well,
We'll see what
then
happens
we
next
gotta
week.
just
I only
have
lost
every
the
game
two.
from now
I only
on.
lost
Okay,
the
and
two.
from now on,
So this
every
guy
game.
can't
We
pull
just
this
did
funny
that,
business.
didn't we?
Well,
We
no,
just did
because
every week.
do we pick every game this week?
Yeah, the bullet round. Wasn't that every game?
Yeah, that was every game.
That's every
Then why
game.
didn't we pick every game last week?
I think we did.
I did. I picked
don't
every
know.
game.
We
I
will
think there
make
were
sure
some
we
with the
pick every.
truths. Maybe we didn't do
Yeah,
some games,
maybe
but we
we'll
did
make
every
sure
game
we
this
pick
week.
every
in the
game.
NFL. 32.
32.
Yeah, 16 games. I was.
So last week we didn't pick all of them.
We'll
This week we
make
did.
sure
I
that we
did.
pick every game.
How the hell
here
did
on
he
out.
pick a game?
We
That
might
was
have
that
done
we filmed
truth.
the show.
We might have done
after.
truth.
I was
and
14-2.
everything. Yeah,
last
we
week.
got it. We got it.
You picked a Thursday night game?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
It didn't even
By
air.
the time
All right, I
by
have
the
the
time this-
Dolphins.
yeah,
I
but-
have the Dolphins on
I
this show.
pick my picks
To
go in
air?
on Thursday.
The show didn't even air.
But my picks go in on Thursday. That's how forward thinking I am. I shoot my stuff on Wednesday. My picks go in.
I don't think we can be giving picks.
Who'd you have
for-
last night?
Who'd you pick last night?
The winner.
Oh, get out of here.
did.
No chance.
You think I'm going to pick Jacksonville?
Well, not after you watch the game.
Yeah, stop. It is Friday.
No. Prior to the game, I did my picks.
Okay.
I had already picked Miami. I'm not going to pick Jacksonville in Florida. No way.
All right.
It's so easy. You're like, you got the
Great. It's
Biff
incredible.
Tannen book.
Yeah, it's
What's
incredible.
that?
It's Back to the Future.
Future.
He goes in, he gets the results, and then he goes back to real time. He knows all the winners because he does it after the fact.
You're a
Never heard
genius.
that.
You're a
That's good.
genius.
It's a good
I
movie.
am.
It's a good movie. Anything else, guys, before we head into week 3?
That's it.
Guys,
Excited.
That's it?
Guys say he picked every game right. Or
Crazy.
this
I
show
was
airs. The games are
14-2.
over.
I was 14-2.
All right, we will see what happens next week. For now, let's go live to these three to update you on the latest updates for the NFL.